Welcome to Dakar 2020. A dramatic day in the dunes of the empty quarter where going full gas has consequences. Just ask Fernando Alonso. The stage neutralised after the first special, which meant there were some big winners and losers overall.
In the southern half of Saudi Arabia, there's pretty much nothing but desert. This whole area is known as Ruba al-Khali, the empty quarter, for good reason. Comprising most of the southern part of the entire Arabian Peninsula, it is a sand sea covering 650,000 square kilometers. That's bigger than the whole of France. In fact, while it is smaller than the Sahara Desert as an expanse of pure sand, it's the biggest in the world. Living nomadically among the dunes are several tribes drawn to water, and for some, their water bottle is their best friend.
There's no danger in the empty quarter as long as you have fuel, water and food. But sometimes you can lose your way. The empty quarter is a desert, but there are different kinds of grass. It's a large desert reaching Yemen, Oman and the United Arab Emirates. Living as a Bedouin is a bit difficult, but if a person is forced to do this, they have to do it. It's necessary to live with people the way that they live, and we have been living like this since birth. My relationship with the desert is, well, it's our home and our country. We were born here and we live here. This is our life. How can we not love the desert? From the start we have elder people who show us the way, who show us where to go. Every place has a name for them. They follow the sun and the stars to find their way.
So, for navigating the Dakar, maybe we can learn from the local tribespeople.
In the bikes, Brabec is closing in on a historic victory.
Oh, stage 9 was great, bud. You know, we're here at the bivouac now. We're going to suit up for marathon tomorrow, and you know, we're just going to stay focused for the next 3 days.
The American, who has led the rally since stage 3, is almost 21 minutes ahead of Quintanilla. But in the cars, the gap is down to just 24 seconds.
I am here, you know, to defend the title, and it's look like a really big fight, you know, between me and Carlos and Stefan.
Alatir clawing back over 6 minutes on Sainz as Petter Hansel won stage 9. Who knows which of the legends will come out on top? 268 starters on stage 10, and it's all still to play for as we head into the heart of the empty quarter. Stage 10, Harad to Shabaita. It's the start of the marathon stage. We're heading into the empty quarter with rapid sections and lots of off-piste. A tricky finish with lots of dunes, so it could be a late arrival in Shabaita. On to stage 10 then, the first part of the marathon stage, and a potentially decisive double-header for the rally leader, Ricky Brabec. In Shabaita this evening, the riders and drivers won't be allowed any assistance. Stage 9 winner Pablo Quintanilla opening the road, and it wasn't easy riding into direct sunlight for the first 100 kilometres or so. Toby Price began 3 minutes after Quintanilla and quickly set about closing the gap. The defending champion started the day third overall, but with Joan Barreda breathing down his neck both in the standings and on the stage. A couple of young guns cruising along together here, Jamie McCanny and Mathieu Giemza. McCanny's only taking part in his second rally after the Mazuga last year. The young British rider learning the ropes with the Yamaha factory team. He's running 23rd overall, the third best rookie. As for Giemza, he's already up to Dakar number 3. The young Pole's best result was 24th on his debut in 2018, but he's currently running in 18th place. More disappointment though for Abdullah Al-Shati, the Kuwaiti crashing out of Dakar 2020. He already quit on his debut last year due to mechanical problems. This is the battle to be the top rookie. Jaume Betriu and Martin Micek trading blows under the watchful eye of an old fox, Joan Pedrero. Spain's Betriu was just ahead of the Czech Republic's Micek today, but there is less than a minute separating them in the standings. Well, the wind starting to play a bit of havoc on the stage. Up at the front, a leading trio now of Price, Quintanilla and Barreda. They were all together from around the 130-kilometre mark. Barreda making up the most time. He would go on to win the stage in the end, moving on to the podium ahead of Price. It was a generally straightforward day navigation-wise. There were only 2 caps for the first 100k, although the leaders did get turned around once or twice. Quintanilla also losing a bit of time, and that meant that Brabec extended his overall lead. Barreda meanwhile moving to within 2 minutes of second place. The trio riding together all the way to the refuelling zone. Two-time champion Price admitting it's going to take something special to stop Brabec from winning this Dakar.
Ricky's riding really well at the moment, so yeah, he's been positioning himself really well on the race, and then yeah, he's pushed really hard when he needs to. So yeah, he's doing a very strong and very good race at the moment. So definitely it's going to be a hard one to beat.
Well, Brabec just able to follow the tracks as he finished second on the day. That means he'll have Barreda just in front of him tomorrow and Kevin Benavides just behind. History beckons for the American.
You know, right now we're going day by day, so no real plan, just no real plan or strategy, just finish. So right now we're good. We're just trying to stay calm, stay mellow, and just get the bike to the finish of each day. It's the main priority right now.
Well, in the end, the stage was neutralised at kilometre 345 due to high winds and a series of early crashes. We had fewer helicopters and a lot of wind, so we couldn't guarantee optimum safety conditions. We don't take risks, so we have stopped at the end of the first special. Well, the riders just easily making their way down to Šibaita via the road then. Certainly not a bad thing for their machines on a day when they won't have any assistance waiting for them at the bivouac. With just 223 competitive kilometres today, the gaps were tight. A Honda 1-2-3 with Luciano Benavides joining his KTM teammate Price in the top 5. 25 minutes 44 seconds, the gap from Brabec to Quintanilla, who looks set for a serious battle with Barreda and Price to finish in the top 3. So the riders arriving at the marathon bivouac. Meanwhile, a bit of a shake-up today in the quads. The stage victory going to Poland's Kamil Wisniewski. Simon Witzer making up some good time on the overall leader. Ignacio Casale, who got lost around waypoint 13. A disastrous day for the Chilean by his own admission. But he still remains in top spot and has just over 16 minutes in hand over the Frenchman.
Hello, Sebastian. How are you feeling? Freezing. This is how Javi takes care of me.
The Dakar hero with the Dakar legend, license.
Hello.
Hi to the Dakar camera.
Hello.
When you're fighting for the top positions on the Dakar, a split second can be the difference between success and failure, as Ronan Chabot found out on stage 9.
We're going to wait for someone who can tow us. Well, the thing is that the car is stopped in the middle of the track and it's impossible to move it. We're diverting competitors so that they don't hit the car, so everything's okay for the moment. I'll hook us up with a tow rope so that the car doesn't slip off the track, and then we'll see. I'd prefer to have the car up on the track than down in the ravine. We're here to race. We're between 10th and 15th overall, and we were really fighting. And this was a day for us. We're pretty good over the stones, we slept well, we got the car nicely set up this morning, but now we've blown our chances. We will get going again and we'll catch up with the late runners, finish the special and set off again tomorrow morning. It's just not the same Dakar, but that's part of the race.
Chabot is now 27th overall, nearly 10 hours off the rally lead. Stage 10 looms for the cars. Nice to see Nasser Al Attiyah and Stefan Petterhansel looking relaxed and friendly before their contest resumes on this stage where